What is up, you guys? Teller checking in with you guys. Wanted to hop on the mic here. A little bit of a recap of UFC Vegas 73. I'm not going to dive into every single fight. As a lot of you guys would agree, it was a little bit of a smaller card, as is the next upcoming card, UFC Vegas 74. That full prediction video will be coming out to you guys very soon. But I just wanted to hop on the mic here. All week leading up to UFC Vegas 73, I kept talking about this max play that I was looking to attack. If you guys are following me on Instagram, you guys saw what the play was, and I just kind of wanted to go over that play here because I got some solid insight going into the fight, and obviously I was ecstatic to cash an 8-unit max play on Lupita Godinez, Loopy. She took that fight on short notice. A lot of you guys were questioning maybe the conditioning of her going into that fight. Now, if you checked a lot of the interviews that we saw with her that were online, at least the couple of interviews that were out there, Loopy said she dove right back into training after her most recent fight against Cynthia Calvillo. She said that that's what she does. That's what she lives to do, is just to be in the gym training. So Loopy's not the type of girl that's going to go out there, have a fight, and then just be sitting on the beach eating pizza. That's not really the type of girl she is. She's a very active chick, and I didn't feel there was going to be any type of question marks into her conditioning. More importantly, there was some information that leaked. I'm not really going to go in depth of where this information came to me, but I'm sure some of you guys could find this out there. But her opponent, Emily Ducote, there's some word that she has some somewhat of mental issues when it comes to the fight game. We know that she does show promise at times. She looked very good in her UFC debut when she had her confidence behind her. I mean, we've seen that she's a danger striker. We've seen the power that she possesses too. Before she even entered the UFC, she had some stoppages on the regional scene. I mean, she does show to have some promise. But when you have a fighter that questions themselves at times, and we saw it in the Angela Hill fight where she looked horrendous. I was there live for that fight. She could not pull the trigger whatsoever, and you could just definitely see that there was something going on there. And then when you have an opponent like Loopy Godinez, Loopy Godinez across the cage from her, Loopy lacks no confidence. Loopy is as confident as it gets. I mean, she is an absolute pit bull. All right, when you got a fighter like that who's coming off a victory just a couple weeks ahead of time, she was comfortable being in the cage. She was going to be ready to go as soon as the bell rung. And then you have a girl in Ducote, although she had the longer fight camp, that longer fight camp that she had gave her more time to think about the performance that she just had when she faced off against Angela Hill. And you mix that all together. I was all over Loopy Godinez here. As you guys saw, I grabbed her at a -150 line and threw 8 units at her. That's quite the hefty wager for me. It's a max play. Right now I'm working with a $400 per unit bankroll. So putting a good amount of money up on this play here. If you guys also follow me on IG, you saw I was in the pool. I was celebrating. Trust me, it was a nerve-wracking fight for me. But I felt that Loopy went out there, took control of this fight from the get-go. I thought that she convincingly took the first round, landing with a lot more pop on her shots, outlanding Ducote. Ducote, you saw when she gets a little bit of confidence behind her, you see the skills that she possesses. I mean, she has decent skills. In the second round, she pushed, and you could have made an argument that she potentially took that second round. I still would have gave it to Loopy there, but it was a very close round. In fact, in the second round, they both landed exactly 43 total strikes. They both land the identical amount of strikes. I thought that Loopy had more zest on her shots, and Ducote 0 for 2 on her takedowns. She absolutely had no shot at landing those takedowns on Loopy, the very solid wrestler. And then Loopy went 0 for 1 on her takedowns, but if you remember how that went, I mean, she almost had it, right? I mean, she got a lot deeper in on that shot than Ducote did. So I mean, I felt you can give her the second round there. Then in the third round, I thought Loopy was landing better there. She was kind of pressing the action for the vast majority of the third round, and then solidifies that takedown to end the fight. I knew that was the end of that. I was already celebrating before we even went to the judges' scorecards. Unanimous decision for Loopy Godinez. One judge gave her all 3 rounds. We did have another play on the card. It was a 2-unit underdog stab on Angela Hill. Obviously, I wasn't happy about that. But if you were to tell me that fight was going to go to a decision and that Angela Hill was going to lose this fight, I would have been pretty shocked, to tell you the truth. I thought if Angela Hill was going to lose this fight, that this fight was going to somehow touch the mat early on, or even anytime throughout the fight, and she was going to get subbed. Angela Hill defending the submissions, showing to have a lot of grit. She took one of the rounds, but Mackenzie Dern, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what can I say? Mackenzie Dern looked to be pretty much the best version of her that we've ever seen. She looks like she's rounding her game out. I have not really been the biggest fan of her striking over the long haul of her career. I've seen her get outstruck but by a good amount of women, and Angela Hill's striking is very underrated. Maybe you do have to take note that Angela Hill is getting up there in age, and even though she's looked great throughout the years, father time, or mother time in her case, does catch up to everybody. So that may have been a little bit of what it was, because Angela Hill, I would have definitely thought that she would have won this fight if it went to a decision. She didn't. It was a 2-unit stab, a plus 155 stab on her there. Not really too concerned with that loss overall. Again, when you hit an 8-unit max play, you're feeling good, especially at that type of line there. We brought a good amount of units in, and this is going to be the start of taking control of the year 2023. As you guys know, we absolutely killed 2021, 2022. We brought in a ridiculous amount of units, and then to kick off 2023, it's been a little bit of a bumpy ride, and we've had some tough decisions, we've had some tough scenarios take place, but we're getting things together here, and we have plenty of time to right the ship for 2023. And I'm just letting you guys know right now, I'm putting a ridiculous amount of time in on tape, and I have been too, right? Sometimes things just don't go your way, but when you stick to the system that you have played by for a long time, and it's been proven, like for example, the system that I've been using throughout the years, it has consistently came through for me, and I'm not going to jump board just because we have a couple weeks or a couple months that are a little iffy, and we take some losses. You guys need to understand that this is part of the game. It is impossible. It's literally impossible to just continuously bring units of profit in every single month, just consistently moving forward, as you want to bet for the long haul, right? For years and years. I mean, I don't ever see a day that I'm not betting on MMA, right? You cannot just consistently win every single month, okay? So you have to understand that these patches are going to come. It's all about sticking to your system, right? Now, you guys might be saying, well, was I, kind of getting out of my system by hitting this 8-unit max play? No, I've always had a couple 8-unit max plays throughout the years, and I felt that this was the time to go in. I felt that this was a fight that there was not a lot of opportunity for a free KO to land, right? I mean, in this division, it's the division that has the least amount of knockouts in all of MMA, right? The strawweight division on the women's side of things. That type of situation, that scenario was very unlikely. Loopy has underrated jiu-jitsu. Ducote, I'm not really crazy about her submission game. I know she's had a couple here and there. I just didn't see that happening. Loopy's wrestling was too good. She can avoid the mat, and she's too tough. She has a granite chin, and I didn't see her getting knocked out. And overall, I felt like this was the play to go in on for an 8-unit max play. And you're going to see more 8-unit max plays coming from me throughout the rest of this year. You're going to see some more 8-unit max plays. When I have the right spots, I'm going to go in and I'm going to take advantage of some of these units that we have to play with as we start to win more and more week to week. So I wanted to let you guys know I'm riding high right now. Had a great weekend. If I'm looking a little chubby, I was celebrating all weekend, eating some cake, throwing some beers down, drinking some tequila, and now we're back in the lab, and we're looking forward to UFC Vegas 74. As I said, not the most stacked of cards either, but plenty of opportunities to make some money. And, I will occasionally throw the free play your guys' way here on the channel, but depending on how many plays I have in a card, we'll see how that goes. They won't be coming as frequent. I'll probably throw 1 or 2 per month to you guys, but we're going to be hammering down over here on our official plays. We are going to be bringing in some major units. So if you guys are looking to work with me, do not hesitate to reach out. I'll still have my full prediction videos coming to you guys more than ever. And I want to let you guys know, some of that time that I was using to make the free play coming your guys' way and this and that, I'm gonna be spending a lot more time on the mic. I want to give you guys more content here, more exciting content based on the big news that's going on in the sport of MMA. I want to hop on this mic more frequently, and I want to talk about what's going on with you guys, and I want to evolve this channel. So I appreciate all you guys so much, and I'm feeling good right now. And I hope you guys all had a profitable UFC Vegas 73, and we are definitely going to have a profitable UFC Vegas 74. All right, guys, signing out. teller.
Welcome to the show. This the MMA fortune teller. Yeah.
The MMA fortune teller.
The teller.